What's going on, everyone? Top of the day, top of the evening, wherever you are watching this video. I just want to congratulate the entire Gandiji.io, Ethereum Gold.io, Goldchip Index.io, 0x167.io for the same contract, the same Gandiji.io contract for a remarkable, stellar 2 weeks. The contract has amassed upwards of 5,000 ETH in 2 weeks. Although, its previous predecessor or competitor did a lot more in a shorter period of time. In 7 days, they have amassed 85,000 ETH. But since then, since July of 2018, they haven't been able to raise that, and they're around 7,700 ETH right now. The slow growth is better than fast and short. Slow and long, better than fast and short. This is the one thing that has to be said regarding Gandiji.io. The hourglass contract, as simple as it is, in 2+ years, these last 2 weeks, it seems like it just keeps getting better over time. It just keeps getting better over time. The community is growing. The dividends come, regularly. And when there are waves like these cycles, it keeps breaking previous all-time highs. That says a lot, because the contract didn't even have to create other contracts like games or anything to feed into the contract so far. Many other contracts, many other dApps, they create other dApps to feed the main dApp. That's not what's happening here. P3D did it, where they had to create FOMO 3D to generate interest, right? To reignite the volume and activity. That didn't have to happen in Gandiji.io. That's noteworthy. That's powerful. People say this contract is boring, it's slow, it's dead, it doesn't pay, you have to wait so long to ROI and everything. Like Jay-Z said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Trust in math, trust in code, trust in a verified contract. That's hack proof. The list goes on. There's a bunch of information out there. I don't have to, go any further in describing how great and legitimate the contract is. But salute to the community. I wanted to talk about Bitcoin specifically, real briefly. There's an article here from Cointelegraph that speaks about Grayscale and how they've been accumulating 1.5 times the amount of Bitcoin being mined. This article was written a month ago. And the reason why I'm talking about this here is because there's another talks of how Grayscale is definitely cornering the Bitcoin market, because they have upwards of 400,000 Bitcoins so far in their, possession or whatever. Another person did the math and exclaimed that they were buying about 1.5 or 1,000, over 1,000 Bitcoin a day. Acquiring more Bitcoin than is actually being mined. Since the Bitcoin halving, the distribution has been cut in half to 6.25%. 6.25 Bitcoins, are rewarded every 10 minutes as a block reward. Grayscale is wiping all that out by accumulating them and more per day. That brings a certain level of concern for me, because people used to say, people have said it, and people, I mean, like, business leaders and institution heads of financial institutions have said Bitcoin's a scam. It has no intrinsic value. Don't bother, it's gonna go away. It won't be successful. If Grayscale is accumulating so much, that's just one company that's accumulating so much of this cryptocurrency by the day. I don't know what's gonna take for people to realize that this is where the future is headed. Cryptography, cryptocurrency, this is where the future is heading. And people will be left behind. That's it. People are going to be left behind. If you don't act now by at least learning and educating yourselves on what this thing is, you will be left behind. No doubt about it. There will be a day that's going to come. As much as this stuff is being acquired, and that's not the only company that's well off, that's acquiring Bitcoin by the day. What about wealthy people? What about other businesses, other hedge funds, folks that see where this is going and they want to place, increase their positions so they don't get left behind? The masses who are so aloof and indifferent right now, who may simply just not know, unfortunately, I think, will be left behind. There'll be a day where we're just gonna wake up and find that the whole thing just boom, it just skyrocketed as far as price. The price point to Bitcoin is gonna be so high one day, because if they're amassing so much of it and this thing is scarce, they're buying more than they're buying more coins that are being than what's being mined. What does that tell you? Like, the greed factor is real. The greed factor is real, and I fear for the masses. I have to say that. I fear for the masses. And it's going to be another plug, that shameless plug. That's why EthereumGold.io, where you're staking Ethereum even before 2.0 launches, you're staking Ethereum by holding on to the gold tokens or the IND tokens. You receive dividends in Ethereum. When you're ready, you could do whatever you want as far as take your Ethereum out and then convert it to, or trade it for whatever crypto. You could trade it for Bitcoin. That's one way you could earn Bitcoin, because the day's gonna come when you can't go to Binance, KuCoin, or Coinbase, Kraken, Gemini, and these or decentralized exchanges and just readily buy the same amount of Bitcoins that's available today. You won't be able to do that pretty soon. You won't be able to buy a whole Bitcoin without paying an arm and a leg, a serious premium for it. I mean, these are facts. These are facts. It's just, don't get left behind, people. Please don't get left behind. I don't know how far this video is gonna reach. I don't know how many people are gonna see it, but it's just, the message here is there's something that's happening. There's something that's consistently happening in cryptocurrency right now, and whether we want to accept it or not, be it remain in denial or not, people, like, it's just getting to a point where it's about to get real. It's about to get really real. It's already real now. And with the climate and the way things are as far as the economics and the financial confusion that's taking place globally, for a company like Grayscale, in the height of a health crisis, in the height of an economic crisis that's taking place, to acquire that many Bitcoin per day, that should tell you something. For example, if someone wants to acquire $5 a day worth of Bitcoin, or $5 a month, or $5 every 6 months of Bitcoin today, in a few years, that $5 you won't be able to afford, because it won't be $5 due to scarcity and due to high demand. They're just squeezing it, they're gobbling it up, squeezing it, because they know that when it's time to go, it's just gonna go straight up. That's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. It's very telling times. Very telling times. The reason why I talk about stuff like Ethereum gold, people, is because we all know there's risk in everything. There's risk in everything. Crypto is extremely risky. Let's not fool ourselves. You can't call it a scam, though. That's why I talk about it. Can't call it a scam. People can, people want to, or whatever, but it's not. And it gives people a chance to have a position in crypto. Doesn't have to be Bitcoin, doesn't have to be Ethereum, doesn't have to be Tron, doesn't have to be Ripple or XRP, doesn't have to be Cardano or whatever you like. It doesn't, but you're in the game. You're in the game, because this is where it's headed. This is where the future is headed, whether we want to admit it or not. Look what PayPal just did this week, just this week alone, with the news that have just come out regarding crypto. Folks, please, and this is for all the people who are new, who find this video and are interested in learning about cryptocurrency. Get in the game. Get in the game. I know of a lot of other dApps that I don't talk about, because I don't see, it's highly speculative, highly. Gandiji.io, Ethereum Gold is speculative in nature. Crypto speculative in nature as a whole. But there's 2+ years worth of effort, tried and true, documentation, a verification that shows you that anyone who's gotten into that contract, into that dApp, has fared very well. I'm not going to talk about other dApps that I know. I'm not. Because until they're able to match the longevity and success rate, it's a different story. I'm not going to set up my viewers with misinformation to make them fall at my expense, because then I'd be a hypocrite, and I am not here to present myself as a contradiction and as a living hypocrite. We have enough struggles to deal with in life. We have enough problems to deal with in life. You don't need me to present some type of falsehood to give you extra drama and problems in your life. That's not what I'm here for. That's just been my message in this channel, just pretty much in general. I'm not here to take away or to give more drama. It's about being drama free and sharing information that can help uplift and bring light to situations and make someone's life a little bit better. I hope you find yourself in a better mental state, you know, whatever, after my video than you did before you saw my video. You know what I mean? That's my message. That's been my message, and that will continue to be my type of message. So, congratulations to all the holders of IND, all the holders of gold. You know, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend of what you're experiencing. Share it so that, you know, the blessings could multiply, bountiful, in abundance. Take care.